So the Gaia world's kicked us out. Our new vassals have a rebellion we need to be dealing with, deja vu much, and we finally have cloaked patrols beginning to secure our vast and growing economy. Something has to go wrong in the next episode or two, right? Hello, Legion, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Stellaris Galactic Paragons in our High Dominion 2 series. Hope you enjoyed the opportunity to catch up if you are watching this in the live audience, or I apologize for the delay. It's been a few days since a new episode of this came out. Last week was a very interesting week for me, and really none of it was channel related, just a handful of distractions converged in order to make my schedule a lot more frustrating to maintain, let's put it that way, than it normally is. So we're getting back in the rhythm of things now, and as I said, we have a number of things that we need to be dealing with. Now, primarily, I've already given the order for, let's take a look here. We have the second Star Order, which is currently patrolling, and it's nice that I have that big of a fleet patrolling, but also I might need to call them in for this fight. We have the first and the third Star Order moving in to potentially deal with the Committee of, what's their name? Harkoon Lina. That's the name of the rebellious faction that we are going to have to deal with next. And then we have the fourth Star Order, which is just automatically patrolling where I've told them to, because they're cloaked. And then we have a fifth fleet, which I'll go ahead and queue up in that slot. Now we're waiting for reinforcements there to be built. So I've got a lot that I can do. I have 37 rare crystals. I don't believe that's going to be enough to actually build a hyper relay, but yeah, need 62 more. But we have lots of influence and the ability to continue building that up. So that is something that I'm going to be focused on a lot over the course of the next episode or two. So let's go ahead and step back up to speed. Well, actually, before I unpause, let me try one thing. I'm kind of curious. If I propose subjugation on these guys. Yeah, they're not interested in subjugation in any way, shape, or form. I would imagine if I, cranked up the contributions, yeah, they're not even interested in that case. And it's probably because of, it could be, if I were to raise their attitude, I might be able to do a little bit more. But let me go ahead and assign Tig, daughter of Sokka, to be just a spy on this new Habinte Unified Worlds that has appeared as a result of them kicking us out. And while we deal with that, we have one... Wait, who's idle? Oh yes, our generals. Because you don't have anything to do. You will soon, though. So, yeah, let's go ahead and go to speed 2. Which resolution is this? Hold on. Oh. Pan-galactic recycling initiatives. I have a pretty nice economy. I'm going to vote in favor of... I'm going to vote against it. I'm going to vote in favor of abolishing that before it even becomes law. Let's put it that way. All right, so less than a month to go on that. And let's see what else we can get done on the home front. If I upgrade you, that will have additional gas upkeep, but it'll be good for amenities and create additional jobs. So we'll go with that. Magrathi, also additional gas upkeep, but that is for the Cyto Revitalization Center, so I will go with it. Need to be somewhat mindful of the fact that I might have had some things building at the end of the last save, which was, for me, a while ago, and for you a while ago, actually. So, I don't want any shortages to surprise me. We'll see what happens. Also have a fair number of upgrades that I can do here. Does that station still need to be there? I don't know. There's kind of an argument that it doesn't. All right, so the 5th Star Order, I'm going to go ahead and give the order to reinforce. I'm not sure if I had already spent a good amount on that or not. Cyberx Mining Hub research done. For all worlds. Disables construction of city districts and most buildings on the planet. Allows construction of slave huts. We might go down that evil road, but for now, let's go ahead and research the last tile blocker tech there. Oh, it looks like we also have... Oh yeah, that's right. These are cut off by the rebellion, which is one of the reasons we need to deal with said rebellion. So the first Star Order and the third Star Order are on the way.
Life form encountered.
Is that so? We also have some colonizing we need to be doing sooner than later. One thing I can do, let's go ahead and... Where are you? Relics, come here. Ooh, we do need to discover an L-gate in sight, so let's do that. Because I think we'd actually received the notification this time that someone was, in fact, on the verge of getting into the L cluster, which I don't believe happened in Clandestine Curiosity, but it's happened now. Alright, so there's... Interesting. I could gain influence. I've already done this once. I'm just thinking of ways that I can spend my minor artifacts, because I have so many of them. I'm going to hold off on spending them frivolously, though. Not that proclaiming superiority when you're the High Dominion of Syndar is necessarily frivolous. Nobody said that. Okay. This planet needs some serious help. It's one of our newly assimilated planets. And you can tell that they're not happy about their situation. Can't possibly imagine why. Alright, so somebody pointed out in a comment that, if you build a precinct house, the only pops that can work those are the, pops that belong to to the ruling race. Now, we do have some Sundrians on the way, not only growing, but also there's the chance that Sundrians will move, especially with Rouse and Bola being a Gaia world. I think Sundrians will show up there pretty quickly. So they should take that job so that it's not something I need to worry about over much. I'm going to go ahead and create that opening. Let's see. I think in this case, I'm going to go ahead and build an additional civics, or city district. I suppose you can call it a civic district. Wouldn't be the worst thing. Maleka, we'll upgrade you. Yeah, this is going to be one of the interesting things now that we're managing all this territory. There's a ton of micro. It might actually tempt me to start using the auto-building stuff that's been added. All right, so we have the elite cloaking field generators. Those have been researched. We could go ahead and research jump drives. That would allow me to defeat the Habente Unified Worlds, which would be interesting, or at least presumably it would allow me to defeat them. I don't know for sure. For now, I'm going to go for shields because jump drives aren't going anywhere. And let's take one more look. Yeah, see, this is going to be what tempts me to use the auto building, but for now I'm going to hold off on that. Alright, so that is also disconnected. Interesting. Yeah, there's just so much that I can do with my alloys at any given time. There's a lot going on. So we're going to wait for these fleets to arrive, and then we'll declare on the Committee of Harkoon Lina. Again, we're in a weird period of, surprising peace. Should I just keep going for the tile blockers? It kind of feels like that's a good idea. I'm going to go ahead and go for the global production strategy, though, because notice that there are two edicts that unlock here. There is the Industrial Subsidies Edict and the Forge Subsidies Edict. Notice what they do. So, if I want to increase production of either of those resources, having access to those edicts would be a good idea. Speaking of resources, there's a lot of trade value to be collected too. Holy crap. Complete. Like so much trade value. So I'll have to keep an eye on that. Leaders leveled up. Merc, daughter of Jerk, has leveled up. Remind me where you are exactly. So you're governing Kesalo. Okay. But your exact location... Alright, so you're governor up here. In which case... Yeah, you're not a counselor. Yeah, let's just go for additional resources from jobs. Industrialist. And that's that. And go back up to speed 2. Let's go ahead and get that starbase built. Thought that order had already been given, but apparently not. Okay, let's briefly pause, though, because I want to see where I might have the opportunity to build... Yeah, see, here's one place where I can definitely build some trade hubs and collect some of this outstanding trade value. So let's continue to look at that for a moment. Very busy outliner at this point. Not a bad thing. Well, kind of a bad thing. Okay, if I upgrade you, I can absolutely collect more trade value. Let's go ahead and give that order. Nothing to be done there. Roth Bellic. Honestly, you just need upgrades on the defensive front. Oh, wow. Yeah, I've already queued those up. Nice. That must have been towards the end of the last episode. Okay. The Gludarum Station, that's where I've just given orders. What about Nemosi? Yep, already upgrading that. Dorelis. Let's go ahead and upgrade you just for defensive purposes. Seems like a smart idea. Eugenia Station, nothing at the moment. Yunduk Station, okay. So I could queue up here. Yeah, Yunduk I actually think would be better served. Let's do an anchorage and a naval logistics office there. Because the other station that I have upgrading in that area is going to take care of the trade value in Saldar. We have this one upgrading here. So, not going to worry about that too much at the moment. It's so unnerving how calm it is in the galaxy right now. Ooh, here's an obvious opportunity. Let's go ahead and get that going and then queue up that upgrade as well. So that'll take care of some of the trade value in the area. Any others? There's just so much outstanding trade value all over the freaking place. I do probably need to go ahead and buy. Oh, I actually needed to buy alloys there, but that's okay. Alright, so Runa, I'm going to go ahead and just put down some hangar bays here. And we'll do a target uplink computer, or not target uplink, but a defense grid supercomputer as well. Because that's a good choke point system for anyone that wanted to like head up towards my main territory. Okay. Let's go back to speed 2, and we are waiting for those fleets to arrive. Then we'll take care of the Committee of Harkoon Linab. Should be over relatively quickly. We have a couple of science ships. Tell you what, can you come back here? I don't have a leader that can actually be assigned. Do I? No, I only have generals. Do I have a scientist that could potentially... No, I don't. I have Merk, daughter of Utin, who is in the Yori Jagogish. That's the name of the ship. I didn't make it up. She's piloting the Jagogish, and there's nothing more that I can do, because I'm already 1 over on my leader cap. That's one thing that I've heard they're looking into. I haven't had a chance to keep up, I haven't had a chance, wow, words, to keep up with the dev diaries too much yet over, like, the last couple of weeks on account of all the chaos. So, from what I understand, Feral behavior. Reports from our colony on Prograna colony claims that there's been an increase in feral behavior. Apparently parts of the population has expressed hitherto unprecedented levels of lust and aggression, and no one knows why. Loud minority. Okay, so this is on the Prograna colony. We'll deal with that. But yeah, apparently they're going to be working on this issue that we've run into where the leader capacity is actually very restrictive, more restrictive than it used to be, perhaps. And I hope that's the case. I genuinely do. Okay, I'm going to build a city district here because I think that planet's going to need a new building soonish. Anyway, we can upgrade that colony, their central hub. Syndar Prime, nothing else for you to do at the moment. Looks like rare resource-wise, we're in good shape. There probably are some additional rare resources that I haven't discovered yet. Aha, new tradition. Oh, really? Is it time? Okay. This is a pleasant surprise. So we've completed expansion, domination, prosperity, aptitude, and politics. Aptitude, of course, being one of the new tradition trees. So I could go supremacy if I just wanted to go pure military power. I could go unyielding if I wanted to go pure defensive power. Statecraft if I wanted to lean even more heavily into the new mechanics introduced in this expansion. Departmental efficiency, edicts fund, adopting all statecraft traditions will grant the following additional effects: leader capacity, effective counselor skill, ascension perks. Okay. I don't know. I like that I've completed one of the new trees. I don't necessarily feel the need to go for another. So part of me just wants to do something. Let's see, adaptability would reduce housing usage. So this would allow, I would actually have more strategic resources at my disposal. Orbital bombardment would be reduced. Defense army damage would be increased. Habitability would be increased. Ooh, that's really good. Extra building slots and resettlement cost. And then if we finish this, planetary prospecting, oh yes, which allows us to prospect for an additional resource deposit once on our planet. That's actually really tempting. We've had to be adaptable for the entire series, so narratively it actually fits to do something like that. Supremacy. The future of this galaxy belongs to those who are strong enough to seize it. Unlocks agenda, military buildup, naval capacity, army damage plus 20%. Adopting all supremacy traditions will grant the following additional effects. Unlocks the war doctrines policies and gives you another ascension perk. There's also subterfuge, however you want to freaking pronounce it. I'm kind of torn between supremacy and adaptability. Harmony is good too, but it's really down to those two. Let's go for supremacy. We haven't had an opportunity. I mean, well, see, now I'm thinking back 2 series. If you think 1 series back, we had Clandestine Curiosity, which was a pacifist empire. And so I'm thinking, okay, well, let's go pure militarist. But then when you think about what we did, we literally became the Crisis in Heralds of the Dark Nova. So maybe adaptability is like the good middle ground between the two. Now I'm talking myself into that. Plus, I really like the habitability boost. I really like enhanced recycling. And this could help me find additional rare resource deposits too. Whereas this could help me be even stronger in war. Yeah, I'm going to go supremacy. This fits the narrative a little bit more. Even though it's a little bit repetitive with what we've done on the channel recently, it's okay. At the end of the day, I think it's what fits the series most. I don't need to think in too meta of a fashion about it, I don't believe. All right, so Rouse and Vola. Ooh. Yeah, let's definitely go ahead and upgrade the... we've already got the precinct houses there. All right, well, let's upgrade both of them then, as our pops show up. And also I can upgrade the fortress. So that's going to take a chunk out of my surplus in volatile modes, but it'll help keep this particular planet calm as it continues to integrate. How are we doing here? All right, those fleets are pretty much moving together. Violence on the rise. The feral behavior on Pugrana colony shows no signs of stopping anytime soon. In fact, it has risen since the last report. Promiscuous and violent acts happen all the time, and a large part of the population seems to be affected. This is getting out of hand. So this is on the brand new planet that we just colonized last episode. That's unfortunate. I've got some of the terraforming that I need to do, but we're still waiting for energy reserves to build up.
Construction complete.
Or for something else to build up that I can sell. This is madness. This is Sparta. The situation on Pugrana colony has spiraled out of control. A staggering number of inhabitants are now infected with whatever is causing this feral deluge, and the colony has started to break down because of it. Something needs to be done, or Pugrana colony will be lost. So we need to root out the problem. It's going to be done in 1 month. Also, it looks like I have the option to probe these aliens still. Where is that science ship? Okay, so they're taking care of that debris. I think I've already got you set up for Auto Explorer, right? Yeah, so you'll eventually get over there and do that. I'm not too worried about doing it right now, this instant, in a huge rush. So it's fine. Let's go ahead and upgrade that.
Special project complete.
Probably need to upgrade a bunch of those. The investigation of the strange and wild behavior currently besetting Pugrana colony has been completed. In the vast network of cave tunnels that permeates the planet's crust, an enigmatic fungus has been found. It grows all over the caves, floors, walls, ceiling, and stretches out for thousands of miles. The fungus frequently releases spores that are vented out of the caves. For what purpose has not been established, but we know for certain that it causes primitive behavior in our species, releasing primal urges within. We can try to find a useful application of this phenomenon, or we can exterminate the fungus altogether. So we can utilize, or we can let die. I'm going to say utilize. Because, again, we're aggressive, we're very base, we're evil, we're a confrontational race. And we've been dealing with confrontation this entire time, so I think it makes more sense that we would lean in and try and use a toxin like that to our advantage.
Complete.
So let's utilize the cave mushrooms. It's going to take just a month.
Construction complete.
And that'll be it. All right, so are we still traveling? Yes, we are. But we're almost there. I wish I could lift, or raise my leader cap just a little bit. Nothing I can do at the moment. All right, so the Wayford Station.
Project complete.
Cloud and strife. Industrial facilities have been built over the outlets for the fungus-infested cave system. Apart from filtering and regulating the spread of spores, these plants can also convert any excess spore clouds into useful exotic gases. The population growth has increased as the somewhat randy inhabitants of Pugrana colony satisfy their urges more frequently, which unfortunately also means that the level of violence and conflict is somewhat higher on Pugrana colony. That's the price of progress. Adds spore vents to Pugrana colony, gas plant engineer. Okay. So that'll really help with population growth speed. Shocking no one. Let's do a defense grid supercomputer there, and I'll go ahead and add 2 more shipyards to that station. I'm just taking a quick look around to see if there's anything else that I can do. I can upgrade you and do some more trading here, so let's work on that. All right, and then getting back up here to look at the Committee of Harkoon Lina.
Construction.
That's complete. A lot of territory, by the way. Mephistiotans are now friendly toward me, which is fascinating. Two jumps away. Galactic Council emergency measure declared. Soran Stellar Industries has leveraged their council powers to declare the Resolution Administrative Insight an emergency measure. Okay. Subjects have a 25% ethics attraction towards their overlord's fanatic ethics. We don't have any fanatic ethics. I'm actually going to vote against it and see what happens. Let's sow some chaos. Let's just see what happens if we let some chaos rip. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. All right, slave processing facility should be built there. Post Rhino mandates. Same thing, probably. Anthrax mandates. We need a lot more in the way of... Ooh, I actually have a good amount of alloys there. Tell you what, let's sell that excess. And now we can do that upgrade.
Construction complete.
All right, so we are arriving one jump away from
Technology secured.
From Ukbia, which is where we'll be able to jump the Committee of Harkoon Lina. All right, so we have secured an L-Gate Insights. I'll have to look at how many I have in just a moment. What techs do I have that are not contingent, or that are not waiting on me indefinitely? Defense platform hull points plus 10%. Let's go ahead and do that, because if I complete one of the other technologies, that one could disappear. And I feel like if I have another war declared on me anytime soon, that one is going to be the one that I want in place of all the choices I have right now. Let's do a slave processing facility here. I'm going to start adding those to planets more and more because unfortunately, well, no. Fortunately, in the context of this narrative, we are dealing with a lot more slaves now that we have taken over so much territory. The Zaplo technocracy has become more militaristic. Okay. Why are you moving so slowly? Oh, it's this particular star. All right, what do we have here? All right, so we have our new edicts. We also have the ability to build the Ministry of Production, where possible. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say that... Yeah, see, I want galactic campaigns for the war exhaustion and claim influence bonuses, but it's twice as expensive as interstellar economics, and I could really, really do with those benefits. I want to continue to drive the economic growth during this period of peace. New negative trait, recklessness. That is a shame. Jark, daughter of Gak, has a negative trait. Hasn't happened too much in this series, and we do have, of course, some things that restrict the maximum number of possible negative traits, which is helpful. Let's go ahead and upgrade that Mega Furger. I need to be careful with my rare crystals, but yeah, I also need to make sure I'm upgrading all of my heritage sites, because that could really be useful for increasing my unity gain.
Construction complete.
Just moving us through the tradition tree in general. Also, now that we control Euchromia, is there anything more I can do over here? Doesn't seem so. Okay, let's take a look at... Yep, the 5th Star Order, which as soon as we're done building these last 2 corvettes, we will have them patrol. And it looks like we've arrived and we're waiting, so let's go ahead and contact the Committee of Harkoon Lina. So we can vassalize them and declare war right now. Hang on, and let's just verify that no one is protecting them. Yeah. No one's... They're hegemonic imperialists. That's adorable. So let me hold on. Whoa. Everybody stop. Everybody stop for a second before I declare this war. Let's think about what just happened here. The High Dominion of Syndar is a military junta that has been struggling for its existence and winning every single war against the odds, I would argue, since the beginning of the series. They're a hegemonic imperial power. Okay? They have been from the beginning. They're called a military junta, but they're definitely looking to become an imperial power. Ultimately, we're going for the seat of the Galactic Empire, which doesn't exist yet, but it will. So, I vassalize the nation, the Star Nation, that this section of the galaxy used to belong to. And this section of the galaxy breaks away and goes, hey, you know what we're going to do? Right next door to the High Dominion of Syndar, we're going to declare ourselves hegemonic imperialists. Even though we're pathetic in every way compared to them. That's just amusing. So we're going to subjugate him.
We have declared war to safeguard our interests.
All right, let's do this. So, going to unpause. Yep, this is in the Ubia system. I guess what I'll do is just go ahead and start giving orders. I can't really do too much yet, though. I'm just going to jump those 2 stations and let them go ham.
Complete.
This should be fun to watch.
Construction complete. Attacking enemy assets.
Still on speed 2 at the moment, which is fine. Remember that once we actually take care of this, we're going to have a lot more trade value at our disposal. Also, hold on. Where are my armies? Alright, so we have a Turian's army here. Tell you what, can we just merge y'all? Yeah. So let's send this particular force to Ubia as well. We should have sent them a while back. That's my bad. Alright, so now let's go ahead and take control of this remaining territory. It looks like they do have a decent number of ships in the area, so actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the first Star Order come down and join with the third Star Order, so that whatever combat occurs here, we have both of my fleets moving together.
Attacking enemy assets.
Alright, so let's stop for just a moment, because this fleet, again, is set to follow the third Star Order. Which, there's no rhyme or reason to that necessarily, like it could be the first Star Order being in the lead. Oh, nice. We've got some terraforming projects that have wrapped up. After the terraforming of Escog, our terraforming specialists have spotted a golden opportunity. The remaining terraforming equipment can potentially be repurposed as infrastructure for the planet. We could use more housing, build some foundries. Well, let's take a look here. This is... we already have a colony on this world. Let's go ahead and say Industrial District. Nice.
Construction complete. Technology secured.
Defense platform hull points plus 10%. Completed. See, the L-Gate Insight, how many of those do I have? I've got 6 of 7. Yeah, I need to go ahead and research that. It's going to be 66 months, but that's my final L-Gate Insight, and then I can actually go through the L-Gate and potentially reap those rewards. So, we're going to do that. Meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and attack. Before we end the episode...
Attacking enemy vessels.
Oh, they jumped! That's an interesting choice. My fleet was literally about to jump all of them. And, yeah, that went well. That went extraordinarily well. Fantastic. Where is that science ship? It was over here last I checked. Hang on, we need to look at... I just need to use this. Why aren't you all the way over here? All right, so far... Oh my god, you're exploring territory? I'm not sure the automatic process is really working quite well at the moment. Do you see what's happening? Like, this science ship is my only science ship, and it's set to automatically take care of everything for me, and it's going all the way over here to explore territory that I haven't explored. And it's like, oh, that's the most important thing to do right now. No, it's not. That territory is in the middle of the Republic of Hydor's space. It's meaningless. There are projects in my territory that you need to be investigating. So it could be that I need to make sure... Oh, wait a minute. I'm suddenly very confused. Didn't we look at this earlier? Yeah, I'm just gonna... I'm just gonna give the order to take care of this. I've already given it, actually, so... Never mind. I think I was trying to double-check the screen after I had already given the order, so... It is what it is. Srakir Colony is... ready for their first building. Let's go ahead and just do... Ooh, Betharian Power Plant. There we go. Schlarg. Upgrade the Precinct House to a Hall of Judgment. Need to be very careful with those, though. Build a city district there. Enthras Mandate. You don't really have anything just yet. Industrial District. Cart Hasht. City District is a good idea there. Okay, so we're about 37 minutes into the episode. I think, given how well that combat just went...
Spaceport under attack.
Let's go ahead and take Zavix.
Construction complete. Vessel production capacity violently diminished.
So that's cute. They've actually attacked Perseus. They jumped into the one system they had connection to that wasn't connected anywhere else. So I'm going to go ahead and give the order to hit this secondary fleet and then hit Perseus. But then the first star order is going to take these systems and then come back. Let's wrap this up real quick. It won't take too long. I don't think we can actually win the war. Oh, wow. They did the same thing again. That's incredibly stupid. Okay. Unexpected.
Attacking enemy assets.
Also, let's go ahead and have the 5th Star Order cloak. I'll give them a patrol order at the beginning of the next episode. We won't worry about it for now. There's a lot of building that I can do that's starting to pop up as the economy is spinning up. Also, another thing that's happening is the...
construction complete.
Our new citizens are adapting to the new way of life that we've imposed upon them. Glimpses of the Abyss. What was only rumors before now has been confirmed. The horrific inverse mass on Syndar Prime, here it is. I was waiting for this. Has been tearing holes in our very reality, opening rifts into another world. The phenomenon has breached the containment procedures and now seems to be expanding into Syndar Prime's capital. Any contact with the dimension, even inadvertently through the lens of observational devices, causes intense distress on the observing team member. Our scientists are worried that this can spread even further, but also promise that with just a bit more time, they can unlock the secrets of the other dimension. The discoveries are worth the risk. You know what? For the lore. Horrific inverse mass modifier removed, so now destabilized horrific inverse mass modifier added. So we get additional society, physics, and engineering research from all of those jobs. Not from stations, but from jobs. And we have a stability drop on all of our planets, which is interesting.
Attacking enemy assets.
All right, so this is ending pretty quickly.
Technology secured.
Nice. So we have access to the commerce megaplexes. Habitability +5. That could actually come in handy given the stability issue. All right, so Kasabius now belongs to us. Looks like the armies have arrived already. That was fast. So let's go ahead and take some planets.
Construction complete.
Are you still set to aggressive? No, you need to be aggressive. All right, so they're going to actually land and start taking control of some planets. Shouldn't be too difficult.
Enemy vessels.
Oh, that's interesting.
Planetary
That
invasion
could actually go badly,
commenced.
especially if you wander near the station.
Vessels
Yeah, we're actually going to
destroyed.
lose that combat. I was not expecting their main fleet to have been back. That's annoying. Go ahead and retreat then. Okay, well that's a good stopping point then, because that is an unexpected development that is going to make this go a little bit more slowly. But, I mean, we've taken literally everything else. So I'm going to go ahead and order this fleet to just hang out in Efol until the other fleet gets back. We have a leader that's leveled up, Admiral Debe, daughter of Tib. I'm pretty sure they're the admiral in charge. Well, maybe not. Hang on. Yeah, they're the admiral in charge of the combat that was just happening. So we'll stop this one here. In the next one, we have a lot of economic management to do, like a lot. It's so refreshing, though, because we've spent the entire series at war. So now it's like, oh, I have internal management to do. Thank God. But also there's the horrific inverse mass that we brought back to Sin, and we're trying to play with fire, while also wondering what these guys are going to do. Yeah, there are a lot of... Things are going well, but there are lots of points of instability that could send things careening in any given direction over the next episode or 2 or 3 or 5. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. If it's not your first time or even your second, look for the join button to access unique emotes, badges, and other perks. New episodes are coming out every day at 3 p.m. US Eastern Time, and comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.